Hello and welcome to another yoga practice. Today we're going to be working through Power Vinyasa Flow. We'll be working on finding strength, stability, a little bit of balance and presence today while we move through the mat. So whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and get right started today. Come to sit comfortable, seated in any position that feels nice for you. And then when you're ready, take a big shoulder roll back, allow the shoulders just to drop and the eyes to soften. We'll take a few minutes just to ground, a few minutes to arrive in our space, letting go of the day that's passed and the day that's to come. Begin to just notice your breath. Bring your full awareness to the inhales and the exhales. Noticing your body soften, and your mind let go as you bring your presence to your breath. You're welcome to set an intention for your practice. It can be around this theme of finding strength, balance, today on the mat. Or it can be around this idea of staying present, even during the challenging times, even during the wobbles and the falls, on and off the mat. Keeping your intention in mind, we'll begin to take the Ujjayi breath, deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales through the nose. A slight close in the back of the throat, making the breath more audible. Keeping this Ujjayi breath through the practice will allow you to stay inward, stay present, stay connected with breath. And then whenever you're ready, we'll rise arms overhead, maybe palms touch. So we draw them through to heart center, gently bow the head, chin to chest. Breathing in, maybe repeating your intention. We'll slowly flutter the eyes, and we'll make our way to a tabletop position. We'll begin by warming up the wrists. We'll have a few chaturangas today in our practice. So we'll take ourselves over to one side, to the front, making your way around to the other side. You can go as slow or as fast as you like. Make these really mindful movements. Listen into the wrists. Where are the niggles? Is there any tightness? Can we pause, breathe, send some extra breath and love there? Do a few circles in both directions, trying to lean on every part of the hand, each finger, to the next hand, each finger. Lovely. Then we'll come back to a neutral position. We're going to do a few wrist finger push-ups. So we're going to lift the palms off of the mat, so bringing your weight into all of the fingers, and then slowly lowering them back down. Don't bring them down to mat, but just an inch off the mat, and then bring them back up again. So slowly down and slowly back up. Maybe the weight even comes over your wrists, making it more difficult. Your hips coming back, making them a little bit more easier, so you can play around with what you like. We'll go for 5 more. Slow and controlled. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Let's bring the fingertips towards you. Wrists facing away. We'll take a few cat-cows. Lower the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Exhale. Inhaling, heart lifts. Exhaling, round the spine, push the ground away. Engage the core. Feel the deep stretch here of the forearms. Going just with your own pace. Matching the breath with the movement now. The longer the inhales, the longer the exhales, the deeper we can go into each asana, into each posture. Okay, we'll slowly release, coming back through center. We'll take the tops of our hands now down onto the mat. And then just make fists with your hands and then straighten them back out a few times. Wiggling your fingers, giving them a little shake. You're welcome to come up onto your knees. Let's shake off our hands. And then when you're ready, we're going to begin. Come through back to a tabletop position. From here, the right leg goes out nice and long. We'll tuck under the toes of the left. Try and keep the right hip in line with the left. We'll take a deep inhale and then exhale. We'll draw the knee to the nose, engage the core. If you're wanting more of a challenge, let's hover off the left knee. So we inhale, right leg extends, exhale, knee to nose, squeeze the core. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, knee to nose, engage the core. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. We'll go for 2 more. And exhale, beautiful. 1 more. And exhale. Let's extend the right leg back out long as we straighten the left, come to a 3-legged dog. We'll take an inhale here, rolling through to plank position with the right leg risen. Option always to lower the right toes back to the left, or we'll exhale, bend elbows, take a chaturanga. Inhale, we'll come up for your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Exhale to let it go. Coming back to the tabletop, bend knees, hover off the mat. Tuck right toes under, left leg rises. On your inhale here. Exhale, round spine, knee to nose. Inhale, stand it back out, engage the glutes. On your exhale, engage the core as we round the spine, push the ground away. 3 more. Connecting with the breath during these challenging postures. 1 more. And then the left leg rises, it's straighten off the right, 3-legged downward dog. Inhale through to a plank position with the left leg risen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take your cobra of your choice, so your back bend of your choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold for 2 breaths here. Exhale, release. Feeling the power and the heat already in the body. On your next breath, right leg rises on your inhale. With your exhale, we'll draw the knee towards the nose. From here, we're going to lower down the knee to the mat and then engage the core around the spine in that cat-cow-like position as we draw the knee to the nose. So we lower and lift. Lowering and lifting. 2 more. Maybe bring the knee higher in each round. And 1, beautiful. Hold it here. And then the right foot steps in between the hands, lower down the left back knee. Lovely. Let's take weight off for the rest now. Coming up for your low lunge, Anjali-asana. Today, I'd like you to bring your hips in line. So we're not sinking down as deep into our lunge today. So bringing yourself up a little bit higher. And then tuck your tailbone under, feeling more of a stretch up the left hip flexor. So we're targeting that part of our leg today. So on your inhale, engage the glutes, tuck the tailbone under here. With your exhale, then you can bend into the front knee as we open up cactus, open the arms. On your inhale, let's round the spine, arms reach forward as we straighten off that knee again. Tuck the tailbone under, like we're reaching forward for something as we round the spine. Engage the left glutes, feel the hip flexor stretch. Okay, we'll take a few rounds like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus, open the arms. Maybe you sink down deep. On your inhale, we round the spine. Take in that cow-like positions, tuck the tailbone under, engage. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, cactus once more. We're going to round the spine, but this time let's straighten off the front leg into that half split. You can adjust it, walk out the right foot slightly to create space if you like, come up into the heel, and we'll stay hovered here with our arms reached out, engaging the core. If you want more of a challenge here, you can push the right heel down into the mat, and then as if you're dragging the mat towards you, dragging the left hip in line with the right at the same time, finding the strength, flex the toes towards you, squeeze the quads. 2 more breaths. Let's bend back into that right leg. Arms sweep up on a deep inhale. With your exhale, we'll frame the right foot. Lift the left back knee and step back to a plank position and move your way through a vinyasa of your choice. Maybe coming down onto the knees. Maybe taking your full vinyasa flow. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, the left leg rises. With your exhale, knee draws us towards your nose. Hold it here. We're going to lower the knee down to the mat. Draw it back up. Lower and lift. Lower, lift, engage the core. One more. We lift. Hold it there. Keep rounding the spine to create space for that left foot to step through. Right knee drops down. On your inhale, we sweep the arms up. Take your low lunge. Bring the hips up in line with the knee. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel the hip stretch or flex on the right side now. We'll inhale here. Exhale, cactus. Lower the hips. On your inhale, we round the spine. Take that cat-cow-like position. Draw the hips back in line with the knee. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, cactus. Open the arms. Lower the hips. Inhale, round the spine. Hip comes back towards your knee. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Engage the glutes. Feel the extra stretch when you do that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. This round, we round the arms, reach in front of us. So we straighten off that front leg. Come to our half split. You're welcome to walk the left leg out a little bit to create more space. Dig the heel into the mat. Find your engagement and engage the core here to keep that back flat, lifted. Arms are strong by your ears. Bending into the left leg. Arms sweep up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Lift the right back knee and move through a vinyasa of your choice, or come to a downward facing dog. Breathing here, reconnecting with the stability of this posture. From here, we'll come up onto our toes. We'll knock the heels over towards the right, and then bend deeply into the knees, taking a side stretch into the side body here. Feeling up the left side body, keep pushing left hand into the mat. Lovely. From here, we're going to push forward into a plank position. As we lift the left arm up, come to a side plank. Beautiful. Keeping the legs in this position, we're going to bend the knees just like we did before. Left arm reaches behind us. Maybe your gaze follows. Let's push all the way back. Side plank, left arm comes up by your ear. Exhale, push the hips back. We'll go for 2 more. Inhaling, side plank, left arm lifts. Exhale, push back. 1 more. Deep inhales. Find that strength. Exhale, push back. Beautiful. Left arm sweeps through the side plank, back to your plank position, back to a downward facing dog. Take a releasing breath here. Release heat out of the body. Exhale, let it go. Coming up into the toes, heels go towards the left, bend deeply into both knees. Feel the stretch up the right side body now. One more breath, and we push through to the plank position. Right arm cartwheels up. Lovely. When you're ready, bending into the knees, hips go back towards the heels, towards the back of the mat. Inhale, take your side plank. Exhale, push all the way back. Inhale, push forwards. Exhale, back. One more. On this last one, we come all the way back through the side plank. Right hand meets the mat. Either make your way through another chaturanga, or hips come back for your downward facing dog. Gaze towards the front of the mat. We'll bend the knees, walk, step, or jump between the hands, meet in Uttanasana, take a forward fold. We'll take opposite elbows here and just take a few bobs. So lifting up and down. Release the neck, allow the chin to hang heavy. This crack, maybe you're even feeling nice opening, the cracks in the back. We'll slowly bend into the knees, rolling all the way up to standing on your inhale. Exhale, Samastiti. Take the feet slightly apart here, about hip width. Roll the shoulders back, arms draw behind you. We'll take Kali Mudra with the hands. That's where we take our pointy fingers, grip the other fingers here as we open up the hips. Taking a deep inhale, and then exhale, hips go back, chest goes forward as we come to our forward fold, Uttanasana, with the spine behind our back. Keeping the chest lifted, so it's not about your nose coming down. Keep that chest lifted. From here, keeping the grip in the arms, we'll bend into the knees, come back to the chair pose. Exhale here. Taking another inhale. Exhale, fold back, Uttanasana with the bind. Inhale back to chair pose. Exhale, back to your fold. One more. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. This time we'll come to our chair pose as we release the arms, swing them up above head. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift in your inhale, let's create space as we step, walk, or jump through a vinyasa of your choice. Taking your back bend, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Inhaling here, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it. Inhale, right leg rises once more. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, engage the core. Inhale, right leg rises, and this time we'll walk it all the way through. Taking a high lunge, arms sweep up with your inhale. Find your adjustment here. Walking your feet out comfortably. Engage those back glutes for stability. Arms sweep up above head. Maybe your gaze follows. Sink deep into that front leg. On your exhale, let's open up the arms. Opening and lifting the chest. Taking a deep back bend. Gaze can go up. Pushing feet into the mat and keep engaging the lower body. Finding that balance. One more inhale here. Open, expand. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Keep your arms in this T shape. Try not to bring the chest down to the knee. Keep it hovered. Keep the chest lifted. Maybe you gaze forward. And breathe. One more inhale here. Keeping your arms in this T shape again. Burning the shoulders. We'll take a twist. So your left arm comes to the inside of your right foot. Right arm lifts. But this time, let's not put the hand down on the mat. Let's try and keep it hovered. Keep the fingers lifted. Maybe your gaze goes up. If that's too much, you can always bring the fingertips a bit down. Just feeling the difference in this one posture with that small lift of the fingers. Beautiful. Finding the strength and the balance here. We'll slowly make our way all the way up, keeping the arms in this position so your right arm draws behind you, left arm's in front. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit further. One more inhale here. Right arm draws behind you. Left arm lifts, open up. On your exhale, left hand comes to the inside of your right foot this time. Right arm comes all the way up. Gaze can go up, or your right arm can come by your ear, reaching towards the front of our space. Gaze goes towards it. Rotate the pinky finger down towards the mat. One more breath. And then from here, we'll straighten off our legs as the right arm comes to meet the mat. Take a long pyramid pose. Exhale here. Bending into the front leg, moving through chaturanga of your choice, or you can come to meet us in a downward facing dog. Once we're there, one breath, we'll take it to the left side. Left leg rises, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Two more. On this last one, we step the left foot all the way through. Arms come up on your inhale. Take a moment to settle with the exhale. On your next breath, opening up those arms. Can we lift the chest? Roll the shoulders back, engage those back glutes, sink down deep in the legs. And breathe. Long inhale here, expand, open. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Keep lifting the hands up towards the sky or the ceiling. Gaze goes forward. Maybe we even rock over that front leg just an inch. Let's breathe here. And with your exhale, take your twist. Right hand now hovers off the mat to the inside of your left foot as your left arm lifts. Keep engaging those back glutes to help with the stability. Gaze can go down or up. And one more breath here. And we bring the torso up, arms stay in this shape as we gaze behind us towards the left hand, right arm goes out in front. With your exhale, maybe twist that a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, left arm drops, right arm comes overhead just for a breath. And then with your exhale, right hand comes now into the inside of the left foot. Left arm goes all the way by your ear. Keep pushing into the right hand to take that twist a little bit deeper. One inhale here, and then we'll straighten off that front leg as we frame the front foot, come to a long pyramid pose. Allow the head to hang heavy. Bending into front leg, stepping back, move through a vinyasa, or simply come back to a downward facing dog. So you can either stay in your downward facing dog here, you can come to a child's pose, take a rest, or you can take the weight off the wrists, come down to a dolphin. Walking your feet in as close as you can, and then push the elbows and the forearms into the mat. Take that shoulder pump with the shoulders, lifting your head off of the mat, holding here. Keep pushing the ground away with the arms. Holding here in your dolphin, we'll come up onto toes and then lower the heels back towards the mat. If you want more of a challenge, we come up onto the heels, and then we're going to try and bring our nose in between our thumbs. So a little push up. So we come up onto the toes, knees, come up onto the toes, nose between the thumb, and push back. So you can take your option, stillness, heel raises, or those little push-ups. Let's go for 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Beautiful. Wherever you are, if you're in your child's pose, come back to downward facing dog. If you're in your dolphin, let's push the ground away, meeting back in that downward facing dog. Beautiful. Gazing towards the front of the mat. Step walk or hop. Making your way there now. Forward fold. Let's take opposite elbows. Exhale to release here. Bending into the knees. Sweeping arms up. Utkatasana. Take your chair pose. Lovely. From here, we'll lift, and then we'll sweep the arms behind us, bring the chest towards our knees, taking a low chair. Inhale, lift. High chair, exhale, low chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go for 4 more. Sweeping the arms back. 3, 2, and 1. Staying in that low chair. Let's bring the arms round in front of us by our ears. And then exhale, place the hands down, keeping the knees bent. Maybe we can bend the elbows, drawing the knees towards the elbows. From here, if you've got your crow pose in your practice, you're more than welcome to take it now. If you want to try and you can already bring the knees towards the elbows, then we look forwards as we bend the elbows, bringing your knees on top like a little shelf. And then maybe you can lift one foot and then lower, and then the other foot, just playing around with a bit of the balance. Maybe you can lift both. If you don't want to try any, you can come to Malasana. We'll hold for 3 more breaths. And then wherever you are, either you can jump back from your crow or the hands can meet on the mat. Step, walk or jump through in Vinyasa, or just meet us in a downward facing dog. We've got 1 more round of that flow beginning to add on. This time moving a bit faster with the breath. So the right leg rises on your inhale. Exhale, let's just step it all the way through between the hands. Inhaling, sweeping arms up. Exhale, open up the wings, open your arms. Stay for the long inhale to open up that chest. Exhale, hover over that front leg. Adding on now, find your drishti, something to gaze upon at the front of our space. Roll forwards onto that front leg as we lift the back. Warrior 3, holding here. Slight bend in the standing leg for stability and strength. Keep breathing to find balance. On your next inhale, with control, you're going to come up to standing, draw left knee into chest, cartwheel arms round, reaching them above head. You can either keep the knee bent or extend the left leg out long. Flex the toes towards you, engaging quads. For 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, we'll take eagle leg, so bending into right as left comes over the top. Taking the arms, right over left, eagle arms. If you wobble here, the left toes can always meet the mat. There's power and the strength in knowing when to rest, knowing when to push. 1 more breath here. Keeping the balance on the right leg. Let's draw left into chest. Stepping left leg back, keeping the eagle arms if you wish. Reaching up to the sky. Push your elbows, hands together. Inhaling here. And let's release the arms, cartwheel them all the way around. Palms touch above head. And then with your exhale, we're going to take a twisted lunge with the left elbow drop, wraps around the right knee. Breathe here. You're always welcome to drop down the back knee. I always find taking the twist easier by knocking the right knee in as far as possible and then taking the hook of maybe the elbow or maybe even reaching the armpit that way. Wherever you are, we'll open up the arms, either the top arm or maybe both if it's in your practice. Just as we did before, we're going to bring the torso up. Right arm goes behind us, gaze goes back, coming straight into the revolved twisted lunge. Exhale, take your easy twist, left hand comes in, right arm left. Option to stay here, come to the knife edge of the left foot and walk the right foot towards the front of our space, or come to the side plank. Wherever you are today, just listening, staying present, stay breathing. 1 more breath. Right hand meets the mat. Move through your vinyasa of your choice. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Left side now. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, step it through. Match the breath. Long inhale to rise. Exhale, open up those arms. Inhale here. Exhale, hover over the front leg. Or add on, rock yourself forwards, pushing off. Warrior 3. Stay connected. flexing toes towards you. And then when you're ready, coming up to standing, finding that balance. Right knee draws into chest or goes out long. Arms sweep up above head. If your legs out long, flex the toes towards you. Finding strength in the quads. Can we lift the leg a little higher? A little higher. And then bend into the left as the right goes on top. Either once. The right toes can meet the mat, or maybe even twice. Left arm over right this time. You can stay passive in the arms or stay strong by pushing them away from you and then up. Actively push elbows together and hands together. One more breath. Keeping that balance. Right knee comes into chest as we step it back. High lunge. Gaze goes up. Follow your thumbs. Take a back bend. And then release the arms. Cut them all the way behind you. Sweep them up in prayer. Exhale, maybe you knock the left knee into the center as your right elbow or armpit hooks round. Take your variation, knee down or knee up. Push the hands to the heart center in prayer and breathe. Opening up one arm or both. Coming all the way through that twisted lunge. Gaze goes back as we take a reverse right arm lifts. On your exhale, right hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Left arm lifts and we'll take your side plank of your choice. Left hand meets the mat. Let's release, making your way through a chaturanga to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, elbows meet the mat again. This time, we'll walk the feet out further because we're going to come to a low plank to a dolphin. So we need the space. So just test your space. How far back do you need to walk? And then when you're ready, we're going to go for 5. So we'll lower the hips, keep engagement in the core. For 1, push the hips back. For 2, hips go up and back, engage the core. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. This time coming all the way through the plank again, lowering the belly to the floor. Point the toes, release the toes, come to Sphinx. Open the chest. Exhale, lower all the way down towards the mat. Let's take our Superman. So arms reach up by our ears. Keep the feet on the mat. Keep pushing the feet down. Squeeze glutes, protect the lower spine. Keeping the chest lifted, arms risen. We'll take the arms out towards the side. Lovely. From here, palms facing down. We'll rotate the thumbs so the palms start to flip up. So the thumbs come behind us. Palms are facing up. We'll draw the arms behind us, bend the elbows, and then bring the palms on top of each other. Try not to place them down on the back. Keep them hovered. Feel the difference there. How difficult this move is. It is for me. Holding. Lovely. Keeping the palms facing up. We'll come out the way that we came in. So straighten the arms, draw them out to the side. And this time, we'll bring the thumbs down and towards the front of our space. Keep going. So now your pinkies are going down and then the palms are facing up. We'll inhale, arms go by your ears again. This time the palms are up, pinkies are drawn towards each other. And then exhale, bend the elbows into cactus. Beautiful. This time we bend the elbows, bring the palms behind our head. Again, let's not place them on top of the head. Keep them lifted. You might be able to bring one palm on top of each other, maybe they're just out to the side. Breathing here. Feeling the strength in the shoulders today. And then let's release all the way down. Pushing hips up and back. Let's come to a child's pose, back of the mat. Bringing elbows on the mat. Palms come into prayer as we stretch off the triceps here. Forehead can meet the mat. Recenter here. Reconnect. And breathe. listening to your body, noticing how the strength in the practice feels today. And then with the next posture, you've got the option to stay in a child's pose, or you can take a headstand. That's why I was asking. See how you feel. You do not need to take it today. Sometimes what we want is not what our body needs, or sometimes what our body needs is not necessarily what we want. So you can either stay in this child's pose and relax. Arms behind you, actually grabbing your feet will help you just release. If you want to try your headstand, go ahead. If you can do your headstand, then go ahead. Take it now, holding for 10 or so long breaths. If you want to follow me, then you can listen to my voice as I guide you here. Bring the forearms onto the mat like you did in Dolphin. Let's clasp the hands, interlocking the fingers. We're going to bring our top of our head onto the mat as the hands grip round the back of the head. Push the elbows. Let me move the mic. Push the elbows and the forearms into the mat. That makes a big difference. Feel that lift in the shoulders. You're going to tuck the toes under as we begin to straighten the legs. We're not kicking up, slow, controlled movements. We'll start walking the feet in, 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 in until we're as high up on our toes as we possibly can. Hips are now over the shoulders. Option just to stay here. This is a beautiful inversion. Also sending signals to your brain like it's safe to be upside down. Okay. And if you want to try, then we could just bend one knee, bringing heel towards the glutes and lowering. And then the other. You can just play around here with the balance. Maybe you bend both knees, trying to draw them into the chest. And then lifting yourself up. And then lifting yourself up in any way that's possible today. Wherever you are, just knowing that that's a nice place for you to be. Playing with balance, staying in your child's pose, playing with your headstand. Whenever you're ready, slowly begin to release. All meet in a child's pose on our mats. Wrapping arms round. Taking another minute just to listen to your body. How did that feel? Staying in your child's pose, playing with your balance, being upside down. Now last breath here. And let's meet in downward facing dog. Stretch out those legs. Right leg rises on your inhale. Exhale, let's draw the right knee towards the right elbow, maybe even the right shoulder. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee towards the right elbow or shoulder. One more. On this last one, we draw the knee to the elbow and then lower it all the way down. Come to our pigeon. Find your comfortable position. Then you can fold down onto forearms or your extended pigeon, arms reach out in front. Feel what's comfortable for you and we'll just hold here, breathing, remembering your intention. We'll slowly rise. We're going to swing the left leg all the way around, coming onto the right hip to help you get there. We'll come to a cow face, so bringing the left knee on top of the right. If that's too much, you can just extend the right leg out long and take a little half cow face. Wherever you are, we're going to breathe. We're going to round the spine, maybe even close off your eyes, feeling these deep stretches now in the outer hips. And the glutes. Okay, a little fun transition here. If the right leg is out long, you can curl it under just for a moment as we'll come through to a tabletop with the cross of the knees. Lovely. Then we'll tuck under the toes, push the hips back, come to a cross-legged downward facing dog. Breathe here. Right foot steps back into place, left leg rises this time. On your exhale, left knee goes towards left elbow or shoulder. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the knee. One more. On this last one, the knee comes to the elbow, and then we place it down, finding some softness. Come to your pigeon. Allow yourself to go here after all that strength, after all that balance. Now it's time to let the body fully go. Give it time to rest, rejuvenate, soaking in the benefits of that practice. Slowly coming back up. Coming now onto the left hip as we swing the right leg round. Coming to your full cow face or the half by extending the left leg, just as we did before. So bringing the glutes in between the heels. Breathing in, exhaling to round. Knee, nose towards the knee. Okay, slowly rising. This time we'll just come back onto our glutes. As we release the feet, come to boat pose. Holding it here in your boat. Engaging the core. Maybe you straighten a leg or two. Extending the boat. Holding, finding a little bit of balance, a little bit of strength. Then from here, just as we did, we're going to open up our wings and then hug our knees in. So we're straightening the legs as we open up our arms, bend the knees, hug them in. If you want, you can go all the way down for a low boat and all the way back up. So just find where it's comfortable for you and where you can really engage that core. Opening and closing. Let's go for 4 more and close. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And feet meet the mat as you slowly lower down onto the backs, hugging the knees in towards your chest. Deep breathing here. Keeping right knee into the chest, let's extend the left leg out long, hugging the right knee in. We're going to switch over the legs and you're more than welcome to even lift your shoulders. Knee comes to nose to work into your core a bit more. Let's switch the legs, hug the left knee in and back to the right. Left and right. Lovely. Left and right. Left and right. Lovely. Let's come to the left side. Drop the shoulders, hug the left knee in. And then we'll extend the left leg, straightening it. Maybe taking the back of the calf or the thighs, maybe the big toes. Hugging it into chest. Maybe bring the shoulders off the mat. Because we're ready, we're going to switch the legs. Hug the right, the left, the right. You can release the hands as well, so they don't help you, so you're using more core and more legs. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Right knee, right leg now comes back to the front. Let's hug the right leg in, extend it, release the shoulders. Beautiful. We'll release all the way down, bring the feet onto the mat. And then finally, to end our practice, I'll give you 5 to 10 breaths here to play around with any inversion that might feel nice for you. You can more than welcome to take a half bridge. You're welcome to try a wheel as well, because we've warmed up a lot of the shoulders and the hip flexors. Or maybe you'd like to try a shoulder stand today. You can try that, or if you want to play around with another headstand, then go ahead. The inversions are an important part of the practice. They help calm the nervous system, they help move the blood flow through the body, they get everything moving. And also, with all the energy and all the work that we've done on the mat, the inversion is meant to send all of that to the crown of the head. So spend your time here to breathe and embrace the power of these inversions. It'll also help us settle into stillness in our Shavasana a bit easier as well. Once you've finished with your 5 or 10 breaths, you can take any twist, any happy babies before we open up the legs, the arms, and settle into our Shavasana. There's no rush to get here. You're welcome to play around for as long as you like. Just don't miss your Shavasana at the end. And once you're all settled, take a moment just to notice your heart rate slowing, your body relaxing, and your mind quieting here. You may even notice the sensations or the buzz flowing in your body, flowing through your body. And then I invite you to come back to your intention. Now, not just set an intention for the mat, but now out towards the day that lies ahead, or the week. Where can we take this power, this stability, this presence with us? Where can we find the breath and find that inner connection when you wobble and lose balance? And we need to find strength. Just invite that in now. Maybe even repeating a mantra to yourself. I'm strong. I'm capable. Again, by taking deep breaths here, notice any sounds around you. Notice the body heavy, relaxed, open. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. I will take a deep stretch overhead, reaching arms down the mat by our ears. Bring the feet together. Let's take a deep body stretch. We're stretching in either direction as far as you can, like you're being pulled. Long inhale. And then exhale, relax the whole body. Release it back down to the mat. We'll take 2 more of those. Long inhales, stretching, pointing toes, squeezing quads, glutes. And then exhale, let it all go. 1 more. And let it all go. Just noticing the release for that breath. And then when you're ready, you can slowly roll over to the right hand side of the mat. And make your way up to back to where we started in a seated position. Hands come to heart center. Big shoulder roll back, keeping the eyes closed. We'll end the practice here with that mantra. I'm strong. I'm capable. Bowing down the head, gratitude for yourself, for the practice. Thank you so much for making the time for this practice today, for your body, and most importantly for yourself. I hope that you have a lovely day.